testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, and whatnot. Boy, I might have to turn this up a bit. Alright, second attempt. There we go, that's better. Hey, it's me. Who, as usual, is trying to come up with some kind of setup for stuff, even though, as you can tell by my momentary fumbling with everything that lies before me. It's easier said than done. Alright, let's try having the correct game's logo here this time. I don't know if I should try to keep doing the thing with the logos for more games than the ones I have prepared. Given what thing is coming up, hang on. Does this hammer? Yes, it does. Okay. So please, you know, never mind me just for a moment. I fumble with stuff as is my want, and I realize I should probably start the game that I'm going to be playing today instead of just kind of having nothing too interesting happening on the screen. Here we go. Which is probably my cue to turn off the designated background music as well, and replace it with the actual background music. Alright. There we are. Also, probably a little bit of the intro cinematic playout, as usual as... Okay, I suspected for a moment that might actually pop up before the screen did, but apparently it was not to be. So will I finish doing this mysterious fumble in the background before the intro plays? Apparently not quite, but I shall do so promptly enough to where basically not any of it plays. Okay, there we go. So yes, welcome back to Curse of Darkness, which is clearly the most well-handled game so far in my marathon, and totally not a kind of covert disaster in the pacing that I've been having for it, for a small variety of reasons. Alrighty. Also give me just a moment as I discreetly try and pop one of these lozenges in my mouth. There we go. In such a discreet fashion that nobody ever knew what happened. There we go. Welcome to Castlevania Curse of Nerd. And basically at this point. Also, hello, Axical. Oh yeah. Well, guess what I'm gonna have to do, as I always do whenever I play this game, because I forget to do it beforehand. As I very, very quickly realize that, the camera controls aren't what they should be for this game, and they don't let you change that in the game. Alright. Left analog stick, left is... no wait, that's the left one. I want right analog stick. That's totally left and that's totally right, or at least it should be as far as this game is concerned. where we are. And I don't seem to have any problems with the left stick's performance either, which is sometimes an issue I have with this game. So that's a good thing. Now to figure out which way I'm supposed to be going right now. Ready for tonight's movie. What movie would that be, I ask, as though I weren't discreetly trying to check on my own. I do believe it might be Audition. Not sure how much of it I'm gonna be able to catch, but if I can, then certainly yes. Also, is this a boss door I see? Oh boy, yes it is. I didn't realize that save point I had gotten was right before the boss. And just like that I have apparently uncovered 74.22% exactly of the map for this area. Did I skip anything? Well, I see this thing, this kind of a offshoot path next to the warp room, but I have this very vague feeling that there might be a reason for that. Namely that I'm not able to go down that path yet, so... Also, before I forget, speaking of the warp room, do I have only 3 potions. Even though I can get up to 5, a whopping total of 5. So I should probably go do that before anything else. I should probably go do that even though, oh boy. Gonna have to go back through this floor. Oh well, that's alright. And do the elevator room again. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Alright, I still remembered how to do the ridiculous combo with the spear. What I did not remember as clearly was the fact that apparently if you do a 4-hit combo of regular hits, you can't do a finisher after the fact. Even though I don't think it's like an issue for most of these weapons. Also, even if you reach the natural limit of just mashing the normal attack button, you can still do a finishing move after the fact, but apparently not for the spears. Which kinda leads me to the fact that I was secretly hoping that my collection of crystals to evolve this guy was a bit more numerous, so that I wouldn't have to keep doing that for much longer. But apparently that was not to be. But that should be alright. Maybe I should try to stop trying to stop trying to evolve these guys, the little helper dudes that I have, until I get to the designated grinding point for that, which should be not very far, not terribly far from where I am right now. If I'm right, which I might not be. I'd like to imagine it's a... Oh wow. It's a reasonable assumption that I'm relatively close to the end of the game by this point. And the area I'm thinking of is in the penultimate part of the... Or it's the penultimate area, I should say, if I recall. Though I do have a very vague recollection that I might actually need a skill from a battle type that I may or may not have yet to access a part of that. It would be a little bit problematic. Oh, I hope that's not the case. Also, I'm not terribly crazy about these elevator rooms, sir. Or when something accidentally goes down the wrong pipe when I have something in my mouth. That's also not a terribly pleasant sensation. At the best of times, oh boy. But hey, I made it to the save room. There we go. Back to the mountains. And back to the place, which should be to the left of the warp room, which I believe I just called a save room for no excusable reason. Alright, do I even have...
What can I get you today? What will it be today?
How much money do I have? As always, I don't have nearly as much money as I was hoping I would.
Anything else?
Sure. I kinda wanna get one of these too, but I don't know how worth it that would really be. In fact, I think it might be a little... Hang on a minute.
Thanks as always. Come back again.
I'm paranoid about something now. I do remember that leather armor. Okay, no, you do it with a wild. Damn it, the hide armor is the one that requires the sun tears.
Come on in. What can I get you today? What will it be today?
Well, I think it might be a good idea to test out, although I probably won't be using it yet, is can I buy a death doll more than one?
Will that do it? Thank you.
No, apparently not. You can only ever get one death doll, so yes.
Come back again.
Well, I acquired a death doll, but something tells me that I won't be using it yet. And there's pretty much only 2 occasions I can think of, well 3, in which it would be opportune to equip and use that. And they are all pretty much the last 3 bosses that I would be fighting in the game, so I'm not quite up to that point yet. And you know, one of them being an optional thing too. Which reminds me, there's a specific weapon I want to craft for the optional boss that you can fight in this. And I probably should have been preparing for that since a little bit sooner. Well, it can be one of 2 weapons. Actually, that wouldn't be the only one now that I remember. There's at least 2 or 3 technically. 3 weapons that can be made from miscible. Well, hang on a minute. No. 3 weapons, 2 of which are made from miscible materials, and 2 of which are not the same 2 that are made from miscible materials, are part of the same sort of weapon evolution tree that I want to make. 2 of them are for the purpose of making the fight against the optional boss easier, and another one is for a more obscure, specialized purpose. And you know, as if you've been paying attention to the crafting system in this, you will probably know that pretty much every weapon in this That's more than just a basic thing. It requires you to go through a crafting tree pretty much, which is kind of, I think about it, very vaguely related to the... Oh boy, do I have to kill these fuckers again? I thought it was just like do it once in your room and then you never have to do it again, but I guess not. It's fairly disappointing. Also, why is my mage guide not doing anything? Jeez. It's probably because I was trying to steal from some enemy. Can you help me out? I've been just unconscious in the middle of the thing for quite a while now. Can't tell if he lost hearts because he's using special moves or because he got hit. I have a feeling it might be the latter since it was a weird amount of hearts lost. It wasn't like an even number. Or a common multiple. You know what, you guys can live, I'm bored. Just gotta get to the save room again. You know, the good old hack and slash style of fighting that this game has can be good and kind of, shall we call it, mindless relaxation for a while, but you know, when you have to do it in every room of the game and the rooms all look exactly the same. And you potentially gotta keep doing it even after you've been required to do it in the past. Can make it a little bit monotonous, just a little bit, you know. And let's see if I can manage to not do anything stupid like accidentally consume a one-of-a-kind item while trying to heal during the boss fight. Speaking of healing, I'll probably go ahead and bring my healer fairy out. Probably a good idea, and I kinda wanna make the healer fairy that it has that time heal move I kept talking about, but don't really know how. How worth it that would be at this point. Actually, wait a minute, I just realized, no, I'm gonna need this guy for something else. Because as usual, this next boss has a unique item that I want to steal from him, because this is the other place where you can get it in the game, so... Well, let's go on in, because I'm pretty sure I know who this boss is gonna be.
Oh! An unexpected guest. So, Zed hasn't slain you yet? I see you were spying on us. But I am an expert at miraculous escapes. Despite that, however, I have fallen into his trap at last.
Trap? What trap?
Well, the space itself is a barrier. Which leads me to question, how did you get here?
On foot. There were no barriers.
Interesting. Most interesting. Yes, that is quite possible.
What are you saying?
Well, in this space, I may be partially freed of the fess of time. Well, that means I can have a direct physical effect here. For example, I could fight you.
So is that your intent? To stop me by force?
Not exactly. By fighting you, all that I need to know will be revealed.
Alrighty then, so I guess the next boss is this literal Time Lord guy, who I thought had hit me there, like at the very first move he did in the fight, which, actually, wait a minute, let me see if I can equip a weapon that doesn't, you know, isn't quite so unwieldy. Let's do the rapier. Because, you know, the lance is all well and good, but I think sword type weapon is a little bit more wieldy for the most part. It can be helped. Oh boy, oh yeah, he poisons you. Forget about that. Or at least poison. Poison does not quite... Oh. Have such a strong effect on actually what do you call it? Actually hurting you as it does in, you know, other Castlevania games. Or even Castlevania games, but no time advance, right? So I think I see his tactic here. He wants to poison you and then he does the time advance thing so that you're basically stun locked while the poison is active. Which, yeah, if you ask me, doesn't really make sense even within the rules of the game, since wouldn't that just mean that the poison would wear off faster? I guess not, but whatever. Well, I guess when he does that, you just gotta, you know, use a serum, which I only have 3, so... Yep, time advance and all that good stuff. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, whatever. It's already out there. Which is actually kind of problematic, since I need him to do another move. I need him to repeat the move that he did at the start of the fight. I'm really kind of disappointed he hasn't done it yet. Okay. So, oh, shit. I forgot he did this to the weird crap with vines that he's doing now. Damn it. He's not doing the move again. But see, I'm gonna do it at the start of the fight, because that would be terrible. Well, let me use a potion and a serum. Probably shouldn't even bother with the potions. Should probably just bring out the ferryman, but... See, I need him to do that specific move again. Oh Christ. But I can do the thing that let me steal from him. I don't know if he's ever gonna do it again, or if he just does it at the start of the fight. Because that's terrible if it's the latter case. Oh, he's doing it, alright. But it was too late. Damn it. You know, at this point I realize I can't... Damn it, I was ready for that too. I need to do my own time stop with the mage guy, and I'm out of serum, so I think I'm kind of screwed here. At least it kind of looks like, you know, the damage from the poison kind of cancels out the... You know what, fuck it, let me bring this fairy out, see if I can still salvage this, or if it's... What the fuck? Well, the fairy should be able to unpoison me too. I actually completely forgot about that. No, can't heal me anymore, at least not the big heal, because... Come on. There you go. Because you can only do that with 50 MP or whatever, so... Let's see if I can still salvage this, or if it's too late. Yeah, time advance. The thing is, it's not gonna do shit right now. I guess it's... That's what causes the vines to come out. At this stage of the fight. Oh, for fuck's sake. So I need to... If I want any hope of him doing that again, I basically need to not get poisoned too, because when I do get poisoned, he just does this shit. No, oh, damn it. Summon this guy, don't send back. Or I mean, do send back, but replace. Was I not just unpoisoned? What the fuck? Please cure me and please make it actually last this time. Fairy, please. There you go. Okay, I am now free of poison. I should be free of poison. Oh, damn it. And he did the move I wanted him to do, but then... Didn't matter, because the guy took too long to summon in. You have to retry this at this point, I think. This ain't really working out. Well, I just dodge. Seems to be a lot more reliable than trying to block. Yeah, there we go, I can do that consistently, but now the problem is the guy is fucking dead, so... Yep, I can't move, you got that right. So yeah, I think I'm gonna die. At this point I'm just gonna get myself killed on purpose. So that I can start over. Come on. There you go.
Is this destiny as well?
Oh, it's more like... This is the worst timeline. We live in the worst of all possible worlds. But only in certain segments, alright. Equip this thing and keep the guy equipped as well. That should be all that we require for this. And, equip the correct thing, because couldn't have waited for, being in the fight and being all ready to do the thing. And do it correctly this time, but then it turns out, oh wait, I got the wrong move equipped. That sure would have been embarrassing, wouldn't it? He's gonna do it right away, no, okay. So it doesn't even, do it at the start every time. Just got lucky that one time. Kinda screwed myself over since, didn't know that was what I had to look out for. Okay. Oh. Come on. Well, I ordered my mage dude to do the move that's supposed to cancel his out. But apparently it's not... doesn't really work unless you... Well, I was gonna say unless you do it immediately, but I thought that's exactly what I did that time. So I got my finger on the triangle button right now. Seriously. Just waiting for the slightest tell that he's gonna do that. Very, very itchy. Very, very anxious, especially when, well, anxious in a different way, in a different way when I see that he's not doing what he should be. Oh my god, and now I'm out of... What? Okay, I really don't understand how my guy is losing hearts, but since he has, I think there's gonna be kind of a moot point at this point. I think I'm already screwed again. Yeah, because I can't do the move. Well, time to get killed again, I guess. See, I really, really, really want to get that thing. So at this point, I'm ready to just accept death again so that I can reset. In fact, let me see. What would be easier? Trying to get killed by the boss or hitting the soft reset thing? How do you know it was the soft reset? So let's try this again. So yeah, this is, welcome to about an hour and a half of me trying to get the steal from this guy and failing to do so. Which is very, very quality stuff, alright. My lozenge has run out, but I'm kind of wondering if it's actually a good idea to pop another one. I only have one lozenge left from the packet that I got the other one out of, but I also have some Mentos, which are apparently fruit sours, but the sour part of that is, which is why I got them in the first place, is very, very underwhelming and disappointing. Apparently it's really hard to find any candy that's really legitimately incredibly sour, which is what I would, want. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, I did it again, and... Alright, one moment. Let me consult the stars here. Occasionally he will stop time for a while, use time stop yourself immediately as he does this, so... Apparently I need to time it even sooner than I already am. Okay, come on, hit your trigger finger once again, even though I already fucking... My guy's magic is already half gone, because this movie is actually really fucking expensive. Come on. He's doing some shit that at least doesn't look like, doesn't look like it's using up more hearts. Oh, I did it yet again, and yet... I'm really confused as to how you're supposed to do this now, and how do you know my guy's out of magic again? I don't know how. Actually, I can check how. Hang on. How fucking much? 40, so... Definitely not 70, which is what I had before, so what gives? Hang on. Just a moment. I truly do need to consult this, because I am not... I gotta tell you, I am not eager to just give up on this deal. So, I would say let me tell you about something as I discreetly try to correct the situation in the background here, but I wouldn't even know what that would be. I could complain some more about the poison move, which is, you know, quite lacking in sense even within the context of this. But I believe what I said about it before pretty much encapsulated everything I had to say on that regard, so not much. Not terribly much of a point to doing any more of that. Let's see. Actually, let me check something real quick. I don't summon equip. Have a boiling ring and a 6th sense brooch. Apparently there's a ring you can find called a purity ring, which I think prevents you from getting poisoned, which would be very, very useful, but apparently I did not find it before this point. Sure is quite a pickle, isn't it? Certainly quite a dilemma I find myself in. I am so sure I could kill this guy easily, but I gotta get that steel and whatnot. So you know what, I think I have a better idea than... Just gotta go ahead and do this, you know, do the soft reset again, but this time, because I think there's only one reasonable way I see to approach this at this point, is to basically keep trying what I think I gotta be doing right now, but instead of, you know, having to do this whole thing every time I fail, which seems like an increasingly likely thing to happen at this rate. I can instead use my own secret time powers to go back in time a little bit. But not so much that I have to go through all the menus again. Alright, do time stop, alright. And equip the rapier. And also use my very special time powers to stand right in front of this door, and instead of going in right away, we will instead create a haven of time right here, right now. Okay, apparently the time stop move should work immediately too, which makes me kind of concerned. Okay, maybe I've been doing this wrong then. What I have to do, hang on. Let's go ahead and return to that save haven in time created, but I think what I gotta do now. Well, I'm not entirely sure, but what I could try, which might be a little bit more successful than, you know. What I've been doing so far is to wait until after he finishes casting the thing that I'm frozen in place and then use my own time stop thing. How come he's not using the... Also, how the fuck is my guy... Oh, for fuck's sake. How the fuck is my guy already lost 40 hearts? How does that work? He get hit. Okay, here we go. Oh, damn it. Apparently I need to be very close to him too. That does not bode well, but apparently I've been able to confirm. How did he lose health? Okay, well... 40 hearts should still be able to do it, but my hopes aren't exactly high at this point. Not all is lost though, so... might as well keep trying. Oh shit, I did it too early. Never mind, now all is lost. Let's try that again, because I already ran too low on the magic I need to pull that thing off. Right. But I'm getting closer, you know. Still think this is a ridiculous way of... There we go, finally, Jesus Christ. Okay, now that that's out of the way, we can finally have a proper fight. And out of Krishnaga Rapier, which I already had equipped, but I forgot about it. Okay, let's try this one more time. I don't have the fairy equipped too, since the fairy can heal me from poison. Which I wouldn't be surprised if it happens at this point. Oh well. I don't know if you saw that, but he was... Like, I hit him right as he was teleporting away, and he was staggered in the other place that he teleported towards. And apparently he can use a combo breaker thing. Alright, so... Oh wow. I use this. Okay, Fairy, now is your time to do your thing. Please heal me, or else I will be very upset. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I was kind of wondering, like, how do you react to the big old time stop move if you don't have the, you know, your own time stop to cancel it out? But apparently you just run away, and that's, you know, it's not a big deal. There we go. So now that we finally got that stupid bonus objective that I insisted on out of the way, we can just wail on him. And it's actually quite simple. Alright. Well, for the most part, it is. It's easier when you get perfect guards, which I was getting pretty well before, but apparently that stopped at some point. At least he's not poisoning me consistently or anything. Oh boy, can't even get staggered by the fucking fairy stars. I find it kind of funny how, you know, the fairy is the healing friend, so that makes sense. I wouldn't expect them to have a lot of offensive magic, or effective offensive magic, let's put it that way, so... It's actually kind of amusing when you have something and it turns out to be at least kind of effective against the enemies, especially against boss enemies like this guy. Look. I'm gonna destroy you with pixie dust. Oh boy. Well, now I can. Thank you for your concern, however. I do want to wear out the fairy magic before I start resorting to, you know, my own healing potions, I will confess. Oh well. Could not see what the fuck was gonna happen there, so I thought for sure I was gonna get poisoned, but apparently not. Yeah, looks like he only does the big time circle thing if he's very close to you and he does a time stop thing. Oh, he's doing a lullaby. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna be able to put the boss to sleep, unfortunately. Oh boy. Timing for that steel is so small, that's right. Hello, Senalte? Senalte, not sure. Welcome. Welcome to the part which at least I have finally succeeded in getting the steel. Didn't have to fumble with that over and over again. Actually, I'm kind of surprised he's not doing the time advance thing that brings out divines more, since, you know, from the one playthrough of the game that I did beforehand, I kind of recall him, you know, doing this a lot more. Okay, yeah. Also, those vines kind of hurt, so probably not a good idea to get too excited with fighting him while the thing is active. Oh boy, he's doing the thing again. No. He's feared too far away, he teleports, so ideally you'll be able to be fairly far, but not far enough that he... Oh my god. He feels compelled to use the teleport. There we go. Let's see if I can just finish him off here since... Oh my god. Can you please hit him? Oh wait, actually, wait. Now I remember him doing some bullshit like this. He's gonna try to restore himself, and I don't remember how to deal with that. Is it by doing this again? Maybe, I don't know. Oh, right. So he has a third health bar, maybe because he just first, you know, he just brought out a new move. Didn't quite remember him doing that before. Oh boy. Oh, he stopped my fairy too. I think I got a screw now since, okay. Time to use potions, I suppose. Just a couple. Oh boy. Hey fairy, could you please remove the poison since that's kind of way I brought you out. There you go. I'm guessing that at least the first round of him doing this was intended. Okay, it looks like he only shoots 3 times when he does that, but if they do hit, then it's kind of problematic. Oh boy. Alright, please break free before this happens. There we go. Oh, not completely so, but reasonably so. Oh my goodness, alright. I still have the serums, right? I should be using those every once in a while. I use a couple more potions. And, you know, lament the fact that you can't carry more of those at once, because that would be really useful, especially in this game. As opposed to other Castlevanias, I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and try to, oh goodness. I'll attempt to use my last potion. I thought that was also my last serum for some reason, but evidently not. Oh god. Okay, so maybe the rapier might not be like the top optimal option for this. Well, I couldn't move until after you said that. Okay, now this is my last serum. No, please. I'm gonna try to summon the wizard now. See if I can have him out. Ideally for when I'm gonna try the... Okay. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought I was gonna have to do something. But no, I guess he just had 3 health bars. Alrighty then.
I now see how fascinating time, or rather, fate, truly is.
Just who are you?
A traveler. Only half here. not allowed to speak the truth, not allowed to act upon reality, yet one who knows all. That about covers it.
I see. Not allowed to speak the truth.
Please forget everything I have told you. A traveler merely passes through, touching nothing, changing nothing. But there is one thing I can tell you.
What is that?
I feel a new destiny flowing out of you. Walk the path that is meant for you, without fear, for you are no longer alone. Give my regards to Zed when you see him.
Alrighty then. So that was eventful. I thought I was gonna have to use the time stop thing again if he try to restore himself again, but I guess not. Alright. So that takes care of that boss fight, and I did get the rare material, which was Immortal Fragment. Piece of Eternity itself releases endless amount of energy. Really shouldn't exist, to be honest. Right then. Doesn't look like I can combine that with anything yet, at least. Pretty sure I will have to at some point, though. Which brings me to... It's probably... Well, that doesn't bring me to, but... I guess I could say leads me to reiterate the thing I was saying earlier about... trying to assemble a few rare weapons. Some of which will require rare materials, such as the thing I stole off of that guy. Really should, I don't know, form some kind of table or something to help me keep track of which ones I need exactly, but that was a great victory, clearly, so let's save our progress. And get back to it, see if we can find another save point. And also see which area comes after this one, because it's actually one of my biggest questions right at this moment. How much more of the game is left exactly, because I truly do not remember. I'm going to assume we go into this thing, maybe not. Well, there is another exit, but no, it actually apparently took the correct exit by pure chance, since this other one leads to, well, at least a different place, but the door looks exactly the same. I didn't remember it being that way, oh. Okay, this leads to another type of innocent devil, and I think this might actually be the last type that we get ordinarily. So this guy, Innocent Devil Gale, appears. Gale, alright, Gale is the name of the first basic evolution type. And apparently the default name for him is Belgan. So I don't know. What can we name him based on that, or just based on the... You know what, fuck it. We'll go for the cute name. That has a slightly ironic meaning. There we go. Now we just need Grounder, and he will have a partner, alright. Devil-type Innocent Devils. They're incredibly quick and agile. They can also use the magic circle ability to swallow a Hector, allowing them to slide along surfaces. So basically he can use this magic ability to help you slide under tight gaps in the walls, which we have seen a few of up to this point. And I think that might be a not so subtle hint that you might want to backtrack a little bit here, but if I do keep going, where will I end up? Well, apparently the answer is in a place. Actually, wait a minute, do I want to evolve? Oh, actually, wait a minute, that's... I have to ask that twice in a row because, as it happens, okay, if you get 200 of crystals of any type, but they have to all be of the same type, he evolves to stage 2. Okay. So if I recall, the devil type is pretty much the reason I want to. Oh my goodness. I want to steal from these guys too, because it looks like they have like different masks here. They're not the ones that have death masks, they're called necromancers apparently. The ones that have kind of skull masks are a different enemy type, I would imagine. But anyway, the devil type, as you might have noticed too, he only has one evolution branch as opposed to the multiple ones that most of these innocent devils have. And the reason for that is that there's an ultimate form that they can reach, but they can only reach it if there's only one path they follow. And they can follow to reach it, but there's a very special circumstance that needs to be fulfilled for them to actually be able to get there. And that's connected to one of the weapons, special weapons that I want to get. I don't remember if I have the ingredient for it yet. I think I might, actually. They drop red steel, these necromancers. Alright. And you drop 100 gold if you steal from them, which was kind of underwhelming because, you know, I need the gold, I do, but the thing is, I really would expect them to drop gold in greater quantities regardless of that. Oh, did one of them drop a ring? Is that like a rare drop or is that always there? They've been always there, I don't know. Well, I can check right now. Bestiary. These are necromancers. They drop red steel, alright. Apparently they can summon monsters too, so they didn't drop the ring. But I have not yet seen any of these dudes summon any monsters or try to. Kinda want to steal from this guy since, you know, looks like it would be pretty easy to, and I need the money, but apparently the opportunity doesn't present itself quite as readily as I had kind of hoped it would. And there we are. So time to go back down, it looks like. Downstairs to where? That remains to be seen, but what are all these fucking fencers here? Oh, the blue ones are the... It was kind of liberating when I fight these guys with the idea that, like, there's the common ones and the blue, kind of not so common ones that drop different shit, but apparently the red ones are the common ones and the blue ones are the uncommon ones. I say that because probably called Dead Barons and Dead Fencers, I remember that too. Being part of it, but I do remember that the red ones, which are a bit more common, don't do the thing where they teleport. They do this move. Teleport behind you, nothing personnel. The special move that the other ones have, they just kind of charge at you from the front. Any attempt to hide that would be tricky. Okay, so need to use the devil twice to get out of here. Well, out of here and back into a separate part of the tower, I guess. Now, this might be a hint that maybe, just maybe, this is actually gonna lead me to, like, anywhere new, and I might have to take this innocent devil guy to an area that I've already explored, and use him there to get to whatever the next area I need to get to is. That might be what's going on here. didn't really realize it, but I think it's a bit ironic that I'm fighting these evil ghost fencers with, you know, a rapier. A weapon that's made specifically for fencing. Seems like a pretty good irony, alright. And we're filling out the map percentage even more now. There we are. And trying to see where precisely we will end up here. There's another exit from this place, so but there are. Hang on. Can go that way. I think I'm going to for now. It doesn't look like there's many more rooms left to explore anyway, so this couldn't possibly be a big detour, surely. What are you talking about? Cannot even fathom something like that being the case. And of course they figured out the one weakness to my fencing technique, which is strafing. Oh yeah, that guy summoned a zombie. What a... how odd. Odd that a monster called a necromancer would actually do some necromancy every once in a while. Pretty durable zombies though, by the looks of it. And apparently they just keep on coming, which does not help. Well, the necromancers do. I guess the zombies do too as a result of the former, but... Actually, I can't tell anymore if, like... The necromancers are summoning the zombies because of a move they do, or if the zombies are, like, spawning as additional enemies that spawn automatically in this room. Can't really tell which one is the case. There we go, so how am I doing in the crystals? 25. Also, is this a dead end? No, it is not. We need to do this again. Wasn't really expecting that to be the case. I'm kind of wondering at this point where we're going to end up. Oh boy, it's a new rule within more of these guys, apparently is the answer. Sacrifice approach. All damage suffered will be borne by your innocent devil. I was actually kind of wondering if there was an item that was that, but in reverse, like take extra damage, but your innocent devil does not take any damage if they get hit. Also, look like we got like slightly different Vasagos here. They have fucking flails for hands. And apparently the old trick in which you uppercut them doesn't work for stealing anymore. Kinda wanna see what these guys have to steal though, since the steal item from the normal Vasagos was something pretty good. It's like a ceremonial tool. Which is a pretty decently uncommon crafting item. I'm not terribly excited though by just how fucking long this spawning cycle goes on for. Hey, you think you're done with this type of enemy getting spawned? Nope, here comes another one. Can't say that's my favorite thing. Another necromancer just spawned behind me. Yep, sure did. Okay. Haven't I just want to only there be one left of these whites, that's what they're called. I don't want to only have one left of these guys so I can try and steal from him in peace, but apparently that's not gonna happen, alright. perfect guard him, I don't know. Well, that didn't even connect, or at least not in a prompt fashion. Apparently he has a really hard time even hitting me. That's nice. And when he does hit, I have a hard time doing the perfect guard. There we go. Okay, that didn't do anything, so... You know what, just a moment. How slow usually I don't want to waste too much time here. Wait. Perfect guard or spinning attack? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, what is it? What's the item? 100 gold. Okay, guess what steal I'm not getting today. So is that... Okay, now this is a dead end. I guess it makes sense. Makes a little more sense for there to be like a slightly heftier group of enemies here. They're just like guarding an item. And there's nothing else to be found. Alright, here we go. And now we can finish clearing out this route. Which goes back to the warp room, which I think kinda looks like we're gonna get 100% on this map. We might not, I don't know. There's supposed to be a purity ring, like I said, somewhere around here, which lets you... Oh, you can actually... there can actually be like room transition places in those. Oh, there we go, the map is complete. And those little nooks. So there we are, that takes care of that place. So we've completely explored the machine tower, I think. But apparently... you can find a purity ring in the very machine tower before the open space balcony that leads to the teleport room. Okay, wait a minute. Before I go back to the safety place, the hub, if you will, let me take a look, because apparently the ring that I've been talking about is right here. Room with a lot of undead lords. I can't remember what those look like. I think they might be like zombies. These are not undead lords, hang on. I can just check my bestiary. These are harpies, hang on. Undead lord, those look like this. Okay, yeah, they're skeletons with armor. So when I see a bunch of those, I'll know that I'll have reached the right place. Until then, however. Let's see if it's in here. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go on for if it's not in here though. Here we go. Looks like this might be it. Alright, so... See, apparently this wall is cracked and should be conspicuous enough that you know to do this. There we go. Pure ring affords protection against poison. So now that we have that, we can finally make our escape. Make our getaway. Back to the relative safety of the mountains. Alright, we'll try and figure out exactly where the fuck we're supposed to go next. See, I can think of one specific place where we can go to pretty much immediately. That's only accessible with the devil's magic circle power. But the problem with that is I also know for a fact that that's not where we have to go right now, because that's the path that leads to the secret boss, so I won't be going there for quite some time yet, to say the least. fact, I think I'm gonna see if I can do the secret boss like right before Dracula, so I can, have Dracula as the last boss that I fight. Spoiler alert, Dracula's the final boss. Yeah, Castlevania game, that's a massive spoiler, as I'm sure you'll agree. But oh well, I already said it, guess everything is ruined, okay. A new mouse machine tower, there's space for one more, but I'm pretty sure there's at least two more spaces left to fill in the teleporter locations list. So back to the mountains, and I didn't get a lot more crystals, did we? No, I only got 10 more. Let's go in the sea room first of all. I was also kind of wondering how much gold I had. I really don't have that much gold. Save game data. Overwrite save game data, of course. Who needs the past? Not me. Now, what do we do? Well, actually, wait a minute. There's something else I just realized I probably should have prepared for here, right here in this area. As you might remember, there's a part where, I think it's up here, that has one of those gates that is protected by enemies that you need to kill all of them to open the gates, but as it happens, the enemies in that particular area are red skeletons, which are unkillable by regular means. So not exactly viable to just up and punch all of them. Oh, hang on a minute. So I do believe though I can open that eventually if I get the ability that one of my innocent devils can get, but it's not this guy, it's this guy. Alistair, here we go. All right now is a Talon Rod, what? I thought he was a Scissor Rod. Oh damn it, never mind. I guess I can't get that anymore. Not for this guy at least. Oh well. Let me take a look here.
Come on in. What can I get you today?
Can we
Think you
Devil
made a new one?
Forge? We don't have any mage type shards, son of a bitch. Alright, so.
Too bad.
Too bad. I know, right?
Welcome. What
Guess
can
I will
get
buy
you?
something
What will
though.
it be today?
Get me 3 of these.
Can that do it? Thank you. Thanks as always. Come back again.
Better to leave it there, I guess. Also, there's a chair in here. Rocking chair. I forget if I sat on this or not, but... And see off into a deep sleep with a gentle rocking motion. A little too relaxing, in fact. Feeling I might have, but I don't know. Like how it says it's a little too relaxing and actually takes you a moment between when you sit and when you get up and when the dialogue box is there. As if to underline that, alright. So I am actually gonna have to figure out where the fuck I wanna go now, because it's not exactly spelled out. Okay. Could it be here? Yeah, Kadok, this is where you fight the diver boss, and I think we're gonna have to come back to this general area eventually, but don't think it's right now. Pretty sure it's not right now, as a matter of fact. What if we go back to, hang on, what if we go back to the castle, the abandoned castle, which is, the first area we explored in the game. Apparently there's a very, very small percentage of the map that we have yet to explore there, but I don't see where it would be just based on this. Don't very well see a lot of potential unexplored places. I can't go back or go past the Red Skeleton Gate right now because of, I need a special power to be able to kill those Red Skeletons, and I don't have access to that yet, and probably won't for a while at the rate things are going. What about the forest? There's this one room here that cuts off, but I also need a special Innocent Devil ability for that, which kind of reminds me if I should check if the... It might be in Cordova town, that might be it actually. Seems like the most likely candidate right now, but I should probably check if life on Mars here, the battle type that I have, has finished learning all the abilities or what. Yes, he has. Okay, so basically I have no reason to continue evolving him in particular over anybody else, so I think it's time to forge a new battle type, and let Mr. Corpsey here have a rest for a while. Alright, no, don't buy or sell, let's Devil Forge. There's only one level Devil Shard, so let's... Yes, this will do it. New Magmar was created. He's, you can name him Life on Mars II, or we could name him, I don't know. There we go. Oh, it fits perfectly, that's great. There we go, so let's store this guy, and I already stored a different one. Shit, I didn't even realize how well I created a different one that I completely forgot about.
You took good care of it.
I did not take good care of it, I just met it. Alright, whatever you say, lady. Okay. Let's summon our new friend, Ashes to Ashes. We need, okay, we got him at the base of illusionary type, because all illusion devils start out like that, spoiler alert. Wouldn't be much of a point if that were not the case, since you do need to evolve them to, different branches, which leads me to this little research I need to do to figure out which of the branches I need. I think, okay, I need one that has shoulder, right? That's Etel, or however you pronounce that, Ite, which I think is like Yeti, but not quite. And to get that, I need to evolve this guy to Golem first, instead of Speed Mail, which was what the other guy was evolved into. If you look at the chart, it's Speed Mail, which you get by having something that isn't red crystals or mystery crystals, so now we will do red crystals for a while. So let's go back to Cordova town, I guess. That's our next stop at this point. Need to go investigate what the deal is over there. If we can find more places to go. Cordova Center, I guess. I think we'll go to both places, honestly. There's like some things left to investigate near both of the teleportation spots. So right now we're here, and that's a center. Okay, actually I wanted to go to the lower spot first, because I wanted to check that one out first. Let's go do that, actually. We are in the save room right now. Or the warp room. I don't know why I keep calling it that, the suburbs there. I don't know why I thought center was gonna be the lower one, since, the lower one is the one you find first, and I gotta wait for Dracula's chopper to pass by, and there we go. And the ones you find first are listed earlier in the, list of locations. So where are we going? Not that way, that's way to the happy fun chair room, which I don't know if I'm gonna try to fill out. I mean, yes, I could. Oh wow, my guy is not very well equipped for taking a beating right now. So we just go straight and take the second right in this room. Seems to be the order of the day. And he levels up immediately, that's great. Still a little bit, you know, fixated on the fact that the music for this area has a little sting that was literally used for the remix of Iron Blue Intention from Porter of Ruin, which, you know, will be the next game that I'll be playing in the marathon when I'm eventually done with this. Which I don't know how long that's gonna take at this point, because I'm like, you know, seriously slipping on my schedule, my intended schedule of doing streams on Sundays that are specifically for the Castlevania stuff. Mostly because, not Sundays, Wednesdays. I did actually Sundays, alright. But, hey, would you look at that, there's a place that we can only get to by going under, so let's summon Old Scratch here, and... Maybe I should have named him, you know, gone all the way and named him Old Scratch and not just Scratch. This part of the music. But the reason I've been mostly skipping out on the Wednesday streams I always say I'm gonna do is, let's sit on the swing. Because I kind of feel tired. Because I've screwed up my sleep cycle in ways such as what I did the past couple of days. Like, you know, I woke up on Wednesday, actually at about 3 PM, so I could have done the stream if I wanted to, but... actually, that's another part of the reason. There's some stuff like later in the day that I want to catch, so ideally I would want to do those streams kind of early so I could finish a little bit early, but... If I wake up at 3 PM, I can't really do that much, But you know, on Thursday I had to do something at 9 AM, so I ended up just not sleeping all night, and then when I got home on Thursday at about 5 PM, I pretty much just plopped off to bed instantly, and I woke up today at about 5 AM, so, you know, kind of amazed I'm not sleepier than I am right now, so... Dusk, my friends have all gone home. As silence falls in the park, I silently await my mother's return. The feeling that might be a reference to like a Japanese thing that I just don't understand. But we got the park swing special seat, so there you go. It's another seat for the seat collection. Let's keep killing things with our friend here. Now that that thing's out of the way, that's apparently, I guess that's pretty much all of it. Let's explore the other exit from this place, which I'm pretty sure is where we have to go, you know, at this point. I think that's quite a reasonable conclusion to come to based on what we know. We don't know how much more of this I'm going to be able to do right now, for that matter, because I've been streaming for about an hour and a half now, and yet pretty much all I managed to do was get the steel from the boss, and, take care of a few more things around here. Not any of them particularly related to exploration. What else? I was gonna say something else, I'm pretty sure. Well, am I going the right way? I am not. Hang on, I was supposed to go straight in this room, and I need to not... accidentally lower my controller enough that I'm accidentally pressing something on my keyboard. Which I'm not sure why I have the keyboard here actually right now. For you see, I am sitting back in a chair, but I have the keyboard on my lap for some reason. Let me go ahead and put it back in the desk. Like so. And go to Cordova Center this time. There we go. And apparently the place I need to go now is right next to me, pretty much. I'm guessing I wouldn't be able to access it if I didn't have the devil power. Yep, looks like I was right on the money concerning that. Oh. I remember these dudes being a little tougher. Well, it's just, well, I say it's just a chest over there, but I'm sure there is an actual path here, because I can just see it on the map. There we go. And now that we're past that point, let's summon our fairy friend to open a chest for us. Hey, I need to open this. What is this? It's Damascus steel. A beautiful layered selection of metals expertly combined. Hard and resistant, it never rusts. So basically the attributes that are often attributed with fabled Nippon steel. Oh, and apparently I can make something with it. It's not armor, it might be a helmet. It's not a helmet. Actually, yes it is, but I need to sell it too. How do I make that? Gallic helmet and indigo steel. How do I make Gallic helmet? Leather helm and Knight's Bane. I can make a leather helm, which means I can make whatever that is right now. I think I will. So, you know, I like making armor before anything else, because as you might have noticed, there's a bunch of stuff that hits really hard in this game, so let's get a burger at it. Which I'm pretty sure is my highest armor giving helmet right now. Oh boy. What else could I have made with that? Which I probably will once I get some more, because, you know, pretty sure Damascus steel is one of these grindable materials. It's actually not too hard to grind once you get into it. Well, once you find out how to grind it, and okay, I need a couple for new swords. And apparently that's it. Apparently you can't make any other things with it, so let's put on the Bergonet helmet. Its large visor deflects the sun during long battles. Large cheek guards offer extra protection. Guess I could do this. I don't think the Spider Sense accessory actually helps that much. You can just kind of see stuff coming on your own. Alright, so where are we right now? Iolon Ruins. Oh boy. Another area that I forgot existed. Where did this guy come from? 50 gold. Oh boy. Let's actually wait a minute. I just now realized, because I got yet another fairy egg from the fairy here, that probably should be, you know, having this guy out, since it's the one that I'm actually trying to evolve right now. So wow, the drops for these dudes are apparently very common. And that's kind of a good reason, kind of a good thing, but it's also the reason, if I recall, why the fabled grinding spot I've mentioned a few times basically has a lot of these guys that spawn over and over again for a really long time. But that's in a different area, which I think is called the Infinite Corridor. That should be the second to last area from what I recall, which I thought was gonna be, you know, the area where we're going to next, but I guess not. Let's really go through this first. But as you can see, well, even here, this could be a good grinding spot, since these guys drop, you know, they keep spawning over and over again, and they drop a bunch of good stuff. It's actually pretty similar to the one in the other grinding spot I'm thinking of, come to think of it. So I'm just kind of wondering, at the rate we're going, pretty sure this guy only needs 10 more evil crystals to evolve, and he's also almost dead, which surprises me, to be quite frank. Didn't think he was in that kind of dire straits. I mean, he is at pretty low level since I just started racing him, but you know, the stuff I'm getting to help him survive, and how he's presumably... Oh well. Apparently the guard doesn't even help him that much, that sucks. You know, presumably doing his own bit to try and not get killed. I think that wouldn't really be that much of an issue, but well, I guess it isn't. You know, he's smart enough to where when his health gets low, he just guards. apparently that's not gonna be that helpful sometimes, though. Oh boy, what's that guy trying to do? Is he actually summoning somebody? I think he might have just summoned a friend, yes. Maybe he summoned, oh, it's just another one of these soldiers. It's looks like pretty low-level stuff. Okay. But once again, I'm actually kind of disappointed by how uncommonly the evolution crystals drop. Who's he summoning? Oh. They basically summon more of these skeleton monsters. Oh jeez, and they are apparently very, very adamant about it. And they also spawn in opposite ends of the room, making going after them very unwieldy. I think only one more... only a couple more at least red evil crystals should be enough to bring my friend here to his next form, which will be going down a different path. Wow, these guys are actually very weak, so it seems. Very weak to my attacks at this point. Okay, here we go. He evolves to his next form, which is a golem. Which, hang on a minute. So, are the abilities of the Magmar innate? I guess they are. This guy has 2 innate abilities that need to be learned. Also, the next evolution I have is Yeti. Oh. No, Itei. I can't tell if it says Itei or Yeti. Well, to get that one I need 50 white crystals. Which are apparently called special crystals. Itei is apparently how you're supposed to say it. I don't know. Well, how it's spelled, I don't know how you pronounce it. Or if there's even a right way. You know, given this, in all likelihood, a made-up word and all that. So I need... wait, they have to be white crystals, so it seems... yeah, it's a left path here. 19 white crystals, so... let's see if I can equip a special weapon. That will help me farm those white crystals. I have a bat, I have a spike shield, that's all I have. I guess I'll use a spike shield. Spike shield, which is kind of nice, I guess, but... could be better. I have a very vague memory of liking the spike shield quite a bit for some reason, even though, you know... I've actually got quite a few better weapons right now. I got a feeling it might have to do with me not having any better weapons when I first got this while playing the game on my own. For the first time. And now that's different, you know, my inclination towards it is not quite as great. Okay, that's the guy I just killed. I was wondering about that. There we are. How are we doing as far as... we only just got 4 out of that. Well, apparently this is almost okay. I was gonna say this is all a straightforward path, but no, it is not. There's okay, no, never mind. I was gonna say there's a bit of a fork here, but then I realized that one of the paths I thought was part of that fork isn't actually a path, it's just a dead end. Never mind. Apparently my cognizance abilities are not all they're chalked up to be. Chalked up by whom, I don't know, but basically don't assume they're any good, ever. Also, do assume that you're gonna get, you know, fucking thrown out of the room unintentionally. I just learned hip press, what? But why did he learn that so suddenly? Uses its huge body to press enemies into the ground. It also has a butt. as an icon, I think. Defeat a certain number of enemies. I didn't defeat any enemies when that thing